In a world of grim obsession, we were torn from our rightful isolation. We were pulled from a path of least resistance, and the song we sang, what became of us? We're here waiting for you. We're here waiting for you. Wait, are yours? We're waiting for you. Wait, are yours? We're waiting for you. We are praying for the end, for the God to take us. We were falling down one by one. We embraced, and the fear was all around us. The shade screamed from moon to sun. We're here waiting for you. We're here waiting for you. Wait, are yours? We're waiting for you. Wait, are yours? We're waiting for you. Thank you. This isn't easy, but it's what I believe. Something is broken, just push it away. So much unspoken, words left undead. All I can hear is the screaming of someone to blame. Love is a stranger that hides in the corner of sight. So much unspoken, no one is here. Love is a stranger that hides in the doorway of flame. You don't hear me. You don't see me. What on earth can I do for you? So why you call me now? I believe in the quality of life. I believe in all of the hopeless and lost. Oh, I see him. I believe in the shame, the faithless like me. And I believe everything falls from the dream of man. Oh, I see him. Do you believe in the beauty of life? Oh, that heaven is vengeance disguised. We seize you. Do you believe we will pay for our sins? I believe everything's blood from the scars of man. Oh, I see. Life isn't everything. Life isn't everything. Life isn't everything. Life isn't everything. I don't believe in the calling of God. I don't believe a word of the word is true. I see him. I don't believe in the goodness of people like me. I believe everything bleeds from the fear of man. I see it. I see it.
All right. Gary Numan for KCRW. Nicely done. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Sounding good. How's the family? How's your wife and kids?
Wife is here somewhere.
Yes, we saw her backstage.
Oh, there she is.
She's hilarious. She was for some reason Googling the world's scariest penises. I really have no idea why, but
She's into that.
Clearly.
And what else? Something about tortoises. Masturbating tortoises. We can't say that.
No,
on
we
radio.
can't, no.
Edit.
So congratulations on the new album.
Oh, thank you very much.
And how's everything been going on the road so far?
Well, we've done a short West Coast tour, but that was before the album came out, so that was not the best timing, really. We're doing some local shows now around Los Angeles, and then we do a small East Coast thing in a week or two, and then we go to Britain and do one there. And then we're doing Aid and I are doing a film score in December and January. So we're not going to start the major touring until February, and then we're going to do a proper American tour and other places.
I want to mention that you have shows coming up on next Thursday and Friday. You'll be at Hollywood Forever.
Yes.
That's a beautiful venue there, the Masonic Lodge.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, great space. And also worth mentioning is Amoeba Records, which is a free show.
On the 16th.
On the 16th,
yeah.
Wednesday. So that's an evening thing.
Yeah.
Playing in store. Very nice. So it seems that this album is, long time coming. The last record was what? How many years ago?
It was 2006. So yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
You also, since we saw you at KCRW, you moved to Los Angeles from England.
Yeah, I'm a resident now.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Los Angeles?
Everything. I come from England. Everything's great about Los Angeles.
Well, has it been a culture shock at all? Has it kind of fed into your creative process?
I think coming here was, it really did feel like a new start in life for all of us. And I think that translated itself into an enthusiasm for just life in general. I think I've begun to get a bit jaded at home. Yeah, the weather is rubbish, and the career seemed to have kind of reached a level when it wasn't going up, it wasn't going down, it was just stagnant. It lost its excitement. And coming here, as I say, it just felt like such a new beginning. And I worked harder in the first few months I was here than in the 10 years before, to be honest. So it didn't make me, it didn't change what I was doing. It didn't suddenly become, obviously, happy songs. But it's not shiny, happy people, is it? But it did. I really did write an awful lot. Half the album was done in the first 3 months of being here, so it was remarkable, the difference. And that's just attitude. That's just enjoying life again and loving where you are, and you want to work, I guess.
Yeah, I was reading that just the visa application process, however mundane, kind of gave you an unexpected opportunity for self-reflection. Because it is an application, you have to kind of justify who you are and why you deserve to live in the States. And just that process, I wonder how that kind of grabbed you looking back on a pretty illustrious career.
It's not all illustrious, actually. There's been some right horrible moments. The thing about the immigration thing, if you're not sponsored, which I'm not, no family and no employers, you have to do this non-sponsored route, which is it's called an alien of extraordinary abilities. So I spent 2 years trying to get people to lie. It did take. It took. You have to go back through everything that you've done, and obviously because they don't just want you to be, famous or had a big record at all. You have to be successful in lots of different countries for a long period of time, and you have to be more than just successful. So it's really difficult. It's really difficult to find. And now, luckily for me, in the last few years, there's been an awful lot of really lovely things said by some very cool people. And I think it really made a difference. The first person that wrote a testimonial for me was Trent Reznor, about 2 weeks after he got the Oscar. Timing, yeah. So I was in then. I think I was in. Yeah.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of mutual admiration there between the two of you, and you've found a friendship with Trent. Talk a little bit more about that, what it's meant to you.
He's such a cool man. But first of all, I love the band and I love what he does. That's, you know, so I'm a fan. Secondly, I think he sets a level that the rest of us try to reach up to, you know, and most of us fail dismally. So he's constantly improving and moving, and he's very clever, very clever. But also, there's a side to him that most people don't know about, which is he's actually extremely caring about his friends and very, very thoughtful. And he's done some lovely things for me. You know, he's put me on stage in front of, you know, 20,000 people in London. He invited me for the farewell shows in 2009, so I did 4 of them, I think. Yeah, and he's just introducing you to his audience and making you credible. And even now, you know that I'm still will bump into people that said, "Oh, I saw you at the Henry Fonda, wherever, you know, or the O2 in London, wherever it was." So you know, the effect of that has been enormous. And then he's just said so many nice things, yeah, and it just it's really made a difference. It really has. You know, it obviously helped me to get here. And we'd only been here a week, wasn't it, when we got a message from him saying, you know, he's having a children's birthday party, I think, and invited us over with my children, which I thought was really brave. So, let them 3 loose. And my kid thought he was a gardener. Oh, it's so funny. He's taken one of my little one, I think, walking him around the garden, you know, her rather, shit, no, my own children, walking her around the garden, and she said to him, "Are you the gardener?" He said, No, I own it, you know. Crush. But he's been lovely, and now, you know, the shows that we're doing in Florida with him, you know, he knows that's a good thing for me. You know, I'm going to be seen by an awful lot of people. You know, the media are talking about it. It just helps, and he knows that, and he does. And there's so many other things that we know about now that he's done for other friends and helped to, you know, bring people together and heal rifts between certain people. You know, he probably doesn't want to be known as a kind, gentle person, but he really is.
Let's talk about Splinter. And you know, I've read you saying that you're not fond of retro sounds or styles. And I wonder if that's what you've found through technology and the synthesizer is a view of the future and an opportunity to keep kind of pushing forward sonically.
The reason I got into electronic music in whenever it was, 1978, I think, was because it was the only thing I'd found where the sounds that you made were every bit as important as the melody or the words or whatever. And it seemed to be more creative because of that, and very much a forward-looking thing. And that's the reason I've always stayed interested in it. It's very technology-driven, obviously, you know, all this stuff. But that means that you're constantly being given, or you buy, new technology. Every few months there's new things coming along which do amazing things. So it's almost hard not to keep moving forward. You have to kind of make an effort not to, because you're fed all this new stuff all the time. And the thing that I find a bit weird at the moment is that there is electronic music has now been around long enough that it's got its own nostalgia, and people are now coming into it that love electronic music, but they're looking backwards to the 80s, for example, to get inspiration. So you've got a new flood of it, but it sounds like something I've already heard. And I'm not criticising it, you know, it's absolutely fine if people want to do it and if people like it. And I guess to, you know, millions of people it will sound new because they wasn't around when we were doing it the first time. You know, but to me, it's first of all, it's a strange attitude for somebody coming into what I consider to be a forward-looking genre, and I'm just not into it.
Is that a creative goal of yours to write something, to create something that just hasn't been heard before?
I think, you know, without wanting to sound like the most experimental person in the world, which I'm not, I do think it's important on your albums to have, a significant number of sounds that people have never heard before. Whether they know they haven't heard them or not, it doesn't really matter. Aid is brilliant at this as well. We spend a lot of time creating sounds. Sometimes you'll go outside and you'll bang something. I had a tennis court in my house when I bought it here. And we dug it up because I don't play tennis. Got rid of it. I needed some grass for the kids to play on, but there was a big metal pole with a concrete lump on the end of it. And I spent like 2 or 3 days dragging that around, recording it. Yeah, it made the most amazing noises. Then you stick it in your computer and you mess about it a little bit, and wow. And then you try to find a song to put it in, But I know that's a bit anal, but I really love all that sort of thing, and he's 10 times more anal than I am. So it's a big part of it. Creating new sounds is a big part of it, I think.
When people describe you as a pioneer, as an innovator, how does that sit with you?
I'm really glad people say it. Obviously, it's very lovely, and it really has helped my career to kind of have somewhat of a renaissance. But I can remember making the albums that they talk about, and there's nothing legendary going on there. I remember so much of it, playing bum notes and just standing there scratching my head. I don't know what that sounds nice. Absolute accident. That sound you found was amazing. You go, oh yeah. Yeah, I spent hours finding that one. I was doing interviews with like technology magazines, and they were asking me questions. I had not a clue what they were talking about. Not a clue. What do you think of the filter on like the Mini Moog 4? Oh, it's great. Yeah. For the first 2 or 3 years, I blagged it completely. I didn't know what I was talking about.
Well, it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
And you've written some pretty great songs along the way. And it seems like you've made your peace with, those hits that, defined the earlier part of your career. Cars and Our Friends Electric. I mean, you're okay playing those songs. You don't feel like it's ultimately something that eclipses everything that you do or want to do.
I've had a funny old relationship with those songs, to be honest. Obviously when they first did what they did, it's great and you're all excited about it. But then they set for a while anyway, for years actually, they set like a shadow over everything else that you do. And you would go on to do a radio show, for example. I'd arrive and they would play Cars. I chat, and then when I leave, they play Our Friends Electric. Don't play the new song. You think, what is the point of that? When I did a TV show in England, I remember this. You do 3 songs, and they would play 2 of them, and the third one is a backup. And they said, "Oh, brilliant! Great opportunity. I hadn't, career was not going so well." And he said, we want you to play Cars and Our Friends Electric and another one. I said, oh, come on, you're just going to play Cars and Our Friends Electric, aren't you? So I'm not doing it then, because it makes me look bad. It makes it look like they're the only things I've written, and it just makes me look rubbish, He said, oh, no, we absolutely promise. We will do one of them, but we'll play the new single. Did they? No. Yeah. And so you do begrudge it after a while. You begin to begrudge your own success because it gets in the way. But then there comes a point, and for me it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, when that just begins to feel childish as well. Because I think most songwriters would, give their right arm to have written something like that, that was that successful, that's lasted that long. So, I began to feel really silly, and I should be proud of it. And then I kind of almost reluctantly have become proud of it now.
So you're saying you're going to play Cars tonight? Yes! I'm just teasing you. All right.
Yeah.
Well, how about we get back to your second set this evening? So you're going to play some more songs from the new album?
Yeah, we're going to do a few more from Splinter. Yep. Okay,
excellent. Gary Numan for KCRW. Thank you.
Is this the end of days with some broken that you can walk away? But when you think back to when we first met, are you sad? And when you think back to all we've been through, does it make you cry? And when you think back to all the love shared, do you feel anything? And when you think back, what did you ever think would come to this? And yet here we are, and I'm lost. If we're over, then you're far away. If we're over, then I'm lost. If I had one chance, if I could change your mind, if I had one wish, I'd wish for one more time to see you walking your hand in my hand once again, to hear you laughing as if forever, like my only friend, to see my fingers walk across your skin with a kiss to end, to listen to you say that you love me like you used to do, like I need you do, but we're lost. everything I can. Everything bleeds. 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 Once there was a life, but we were strong, full of pride. Once we bred fear, and we will take flesh to deny. Once they were gods and all things now pour around what or die. Now it's to ruin. We were wandering. see a sunrise I will never see. Where it comes, where it comes, where it comes, my love's name. It could never be. Be there to catch a ray of fall. It could never be. Be there to see everything you had never made. Sleep now, I wish you sweet dreams I would never see. Where it comes, where it comes, where it comes, my last name. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. cold outside, and the paint's building up from my walls. There's a man outside, and a long coat green smoking a cigarette. See, so now I'm alone, now I can think for myself about little deals and misuse and things that I just don't understand. Like a white line at night, or a slight touch at times. I don't think it meant anything to you. So I opened the door. As a friend that I lived in Hawaii, placing down a candlelit shadow on a wall by the bay. So I found out you're freezing with the phone calls and smiles. And it hurts and I'm lonely. I should never have tried. And I missed you tonight. So it's time to leave. You see, this means everything to me. the light. You wouldn't believe the things they do.